Hey guys, this is Jen McFarland, CEO of Women Conquer Business and the creator and host of the Women Conquer Business podcast. Usually I have a Facebook Live where I talk about the podcast episode and the person that I interviewed and how much they inspired me. This week it was me. I went solo. I talked about consistency, capacity, and impact, and how you need all three, and they all need to be in balance so that you can achieve your goals. And this week, instead of talking extensively about that, I do think you should listen to the episode. It's a great show, if I do say so myself. But I am celebrating the fact that my consistency is starting to pay off toward my goals. When you start a podcast, it truly is a labor of love. You may have a following of people out there, but they may not be podcast listeners. And sometimes it takes a long time for a podcast to grow and build. And honestly, in the last 30 days, it has just really taken off, and I'm really excited about it. And it just shows that tenacity of week after week, day after day, of working on creating high value content and working on marketing and getting your name out there, being interviewed on other podcasts, talking to people on social media, all of that work that I have been doing for a podcast is starting to really pay off. And so I'm in celebration mode. I'm super happy today and just having a really good day, catching up on all the things that I've been working on. And so I wanted to ask you, what do you do to celebrate when you've achieved some goals and you just know that the next day you've got to put your head back down and keep going, right? I mean, because every time we reach a goal, then you set the bar a little bit higher and you just want to keep going and going. But what do you do to celebrate? Or do you celebrate your wins? Do you take time for that? In my years in project management, you always have to set milestones. So it's okay, I know that I'm achieving my goals if X happens. And when I've been leading a team through a project, or even for myself, like today, when you achieve certain milestones or certain goals, it's always important to kind of give yourself a pat on the back and say, yeah, I did this, and celebrate. So what is it that you do to celebrate, to let people know, hey, I achieved my goal? Even if it's just going home and talking to a loved one, calling a loved one, or just kind of smiling all day and kind of letting people know that you've done something. What is it that you're doing to celebrate? Because those celebrations are part of what helps you keep going. They're part of what makes it so that you're able to move on to the next goal and keep going. And no matter how small it is, it's always important to acknowledge yourself and acknowledge those milestones, acknowledge those goals, and acknowledge all of the work that you've done that's paid off, even if it's just in a really small way. Because as we all know, small steps lead to big results. And that's it. So I hope you're having a great day. And if you want to listen to the podcast, go to jenmcfarland.com/podcast. We are also available all over the place: Apple Podcasts, Google, Podcoin right now is one of my favorites because you can donate Podcoin to charity or earn a gift certificate to someplace like Amazon. And if you use promo code BUSINESS, you'll get 300 Podcoin. You can catch us everywhere. So please check out the Women Conquer Business podcast. If you need help on your projects and getting your projects done and connecting your biggest goals to what you're doing every day, please reach out to me at jenmcfarland.com/contact. I'd be glad to meet with you and talk about some things. So have a great day, keep working, and celebrate those wins.